What's going on, guys? Randy here with Marino's Collectibles. Today's video is just awesome. I mean, me personally, I think all the videos are awesome, but this is pretty cool because this is another deal and steals for the collection. So I got, let's see, I got 4 books that I picked up at a local comic book store, and these were really cheap. And then I got 6 books that I picked up from one of my buddies. And like I said, he does deals. His books are priced at 75% of fair market value. And then when you buy bulk, he still throws another 10-15% discount. It's phenomenal. I've been dealing with him for pretty serious now for the last year, and he has crazy books. Anything 2000, pre-2000. So besides that, we're going to get into it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button. Like, comment down below when the video is over. Check out all the other videos, but we're going to get into it. Our first book up is Superman, the Man of Steel. So this is Superman, the Man of Steel, issue 18. This is a newsstand edition. This came out December of 1992. Louise Simonson's story, John Bogdanov, I said that wrong, Bogdanov, and Dennis Janke cover and art. This is the first full appearance of Doomsday. And this is clean. I think one of the previous videos I got a nice direct. I think there's 5 printings. If I come across them, I'm just gonna get them all. But that's our first book. Next up, oh, and I got that for $1. We have Submariner and the Incredible Hulk in Tales to Astonish. Another very, very nice, presentable Silver Age book. This is Tales to Astonish number 75. This came out January of 1966. Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby cover, Gene Colan, Vince Coletta, and Mike Esposito art. Jack Kirby layouts, Watcher appearance. So this is the only book that was separate from those. This was at a local antique store, and I go in once a month. The guy, I'm not even sure if he has a brick and mortar anymore, but he's from like an hour away, and he, I guess he used to live in the area, but he still has a booth at the Coxsackie Antique Center, next town over from me. So anyway, I go in there and I'm looking like, yeah, let me look through the stuff. He has nice Silver Age stuff. And this one caught my eye. He had a couple Tales to Astonish, some whole covers of other books, but this was very presentable. It is a nice grade, probably like an 8.0. This is pretty nice. And I forgot the price he had it on it. I got it 2 weeks ago. But it was also 20% off anything over $30. And maybe it was $35. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But I got the 20% off. This book went up, according to cover price, fair market value. It had an upward trend of like 5% or something like that. And who knows where it is now, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. And so really, it probably got 50% off this book with all said and done. And just happy to have that in the PC. Nothing to write home about, but still, this is the second printing, the gold cover of Uncanny X-Men 282. So this is Uncanny X-Men 282. This is the second printing, the gold cover. Wilcie Portacio and John Byrne's story. Wilcie Portacio and Art Tivер cover and art. This is the first appearance of Bishop, Malcolm, and Randall in cameo on last page. But this book, over 83, 283, gets the premium. This is the money book of the two. So this is a near mint plus copy. It's nice. Just keep it for the personal collection, nothing crazy. That was also $1. Now the last book that I got from that comic book store. I was just digging, and he had a whole, probably like 10 long boxes that weren't priced yet. And I'm flipping and flipping. So I found the X-Men. I found this one. I was like, ooh, that for $1? Yeah, let's grab that. Yeah, let's grab that. The Doomsday for $1? I was like, yeah, let's grab that. And I get to the second to last box, and there was 10 copies of Wildcats #1. And then I'm flipping through. There's a couple #2s. Then there's the whatever, the other variant, the shiny 1-2 or whatever it was. And then this pops up behind it, guys. This is the gold edition of Wildcats #1. This is a Jim Lee and Brandon Choi story. Jim Lee and Scott Williams cover and art. The first appearance of the Wildcats. Now that is insane, guys. This is a pretty expensive book. If you're comparing, let's say, I don't know, $5 for a near mint plus Wildcats 1, you could probably find them anywhere for like $2 to $4, but you got a super, super minty copy. You might pay $5, $6. I'm not even sure. But this one, this is just like the Gold Gambit. Obviously, the Gold Gambit is way more. And this isn't a near mint plus copy, but I would say it is a very, very high grade. And I will get this eventually signed. I think it's awesome. I'm very excited to have this in the PC. And that was $1. That is insane. That is insane. I gotta thank my nephew, Will J, for hooking me up with that place. It's the next, it's not my LCS. It's more closer to him, but he's been going there and the store just picked up. You got a bigger storefront. It's amazing. All right, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. This is from my buddy Rob, and we're gonna get into it. I love comic covers, cartoon comic covers. I love just anything that was part of my childhood. With those covers, like, you know, I have all the Savage Dragons, love that cartoon. I have Earthworm Jim in a 9.8. I got Sonic in a 9.8. I got, what is it, Biker Mice from Mars in a 9.8 newsstand. Wildcats in a 9.8. Gargoyles in a 9.8 newsstand. I just love it. So I'm adding these raws. Maybe they'll be 9.8s, maybe they won't. But I'm just happy to have them. Right here we have Roger Rabbit #1 in a newsstand. So this is Roger Rabbit #1, came out June 1990. Kate Worley and Doug Rice stories, Holberg, Simons, and Langley art, Rick Holberg and Steve Lealoha cover. Awesome. Loved that movie as a kid. Loved it. I don't even know if my kids watched it. I'll have to watch it with them sometime. Next up, I did watch this cartoon. I watched it a lot, but it wasn't my favorite. It was just like nothing else was on, so I just watched it. But this was Disney's TaleSpin. This is a 4-part miniseries. This is issue 1. Disney TaleSpin limited series Takeoff #1 came out January 1991. This is a Rick Hoover cover. And that's pretty much all the information I got for this one. But another super, super high grade copy. This I would actually say is pretty rare because I think there was only 2 seasons. So out of 2 years, I don't think many people watched it. I asked a couple close people over the past years that I got cool with, and they never heard of the cartoon. You know, they recognized, but nothing familiar. But this is something I watched and I loved it. It was right along with, when did this come out? 92, so this was early, 92. But this was Wild Wild West, Cowboys of Moon Mesa. This was crazy. If anyone out there watched this cartoon, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the video, and comment down below who was your favorite, and just tell me that you watched it. But this show was crazy. I loved it. So this is the Wild Wild West Cowboys, C-O-W Boys of Moon Mesa. Doug Brammer story, Gary Fields and Ron art, and S. Shower cover. And I'm not sure if there was a direct or newsstand. There might have been, but this is a pretty minty copy. And I'm happy to have this in my collection. Beautiful, beautiful book. So we got 3 books left. We have Astonishing Tales featuring Ka-Zar number 12, guys. So you remember my last video, where is it? Right here. Astonishing Tales number 13, so this is number 12. So for those of you that don't know, this came out June 1972. Roy Thomas and Len Wein stories, John Buscema, Dan Atkins, Neal Adams art, John Buscema cover. This is the first comic book appearance and origin of Man-Thing, guys. So a lot of people say this is the second appearance. Okay, it's second. You can't say that, because you could say if it was in another comic, but this is the first comic appearance. Just like all right, I'm not going to show that book, that's for another video, but that was in what, Strange Tales? I can't even remember. Oh my god. Anyway, this is comic appearance, guys, not magazine, not whatever you want to call it. And it's also the first cover appearance of Bobby Morse, like a 5055 copy. But I got it super cheap, and I think even in this grade, it's probably like 25 bucks. So, but I'm happy to have that. That's the third appearance, and that's first cover appearance. So we're happy to have that. Second to last book. I've been wanting this book for a long time, and I actually said I was going to read these and I wanted to do a video on it, but I finally got my hands on one. Got it for a crazy deal, because this price, you can't find this book cheap. Like, I'm talking, you'll be lucky if you find it. If you find it for under 100, like around that $80, $90 mark, then for a high grade, then you got to steal. But I couldn't find it, and finally I asked my buddy. He went through his books and he had a copy. This is The Monster of Frankenstein number 1. And it's crazy, because when I was looking about getting all these, I was watching another YouTuber, and he pulled this out, and he said he was trying to collect the same stuff. So it's just crazy. Any Mike Ploog covers, or, you know, Bernie Wrightson, just horror and that genre, I love that. And the YouTuber I'm talking about actually is Pocket Full of Comics, guys. It's a great channel. So if you're not familiar with him, hop over there, give him a sub, check him out. But I saw he got it, I'm like, damn, I was like, he beat me to it. But that's awesome. Glad he got a copy. I have a nice high grade copy. This is Gary Frederick's story, Mike Ploog cover and art, first appearance and origin of Frankenstein in Marvel Comics, previously appeared in Atlas Comics. The Frankenstein monster character in X-Men number 40 was revealed to be an android. So I believe this to be about an 8.5, possibly 9.0 copy with a clean and press, but I'm happy with a conservative 8.5. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And my most favorite book of the collection, I've been slowly collecting these, and you're gonna start seeing more videos with more of these in them, because I'm just going for the gusto with these. This is Sonic the Hedgehog premium issue number 0, guys. Whew! This is some fire. This is a beautiful, beautiful high grade. It's possible it could get the 9.8, but there are the 2 smallest spine ticks. It just like that little indentation. It's so small. According to CGC, you could have 2 small defects. I'd have to check out my book and measure it, but no matter what, it's a 9.6 minimum. And this thing is fire. Look at that. This thing is clean. And I'll tell you the price of all this when I read the back. Sonic the Hedgehog, issue 0. This came out February 1993. Michael Gallagher story. Scott Shaw, George Pacheco, and Bill White art. Scott Shaw cover. First Sonic made by Archie. Second appearance of Sonic in comics. And the first appearance of Tails, guys. Woo! This thing is straight fire. And it is a newsstand. So he had the price on this, it's crazy. I think I mentioned it before. His price on this was $32.50. That's what he had this on. And I think he said it was a VF Plus. I'm telling you, he really holds back. He said a VF Plus, this was $32.50. He had the Monster of Frankenstein #1. This was actually pretty decent. He had this at $75, and he said this was a VF minus. He had, I'm trying to remember what this is, the Kazar. I think he had this at $23 or $22.50, something around the mark. I'm just gonna say $23, which was a deal. Not too great, but still good. He had this at $2. He had this at $5. And he had Tailspin at $1, guys. So let me do that again. $1, $2, $5, $23, what do you say, $75, and $30. And I told you he does 80% comps, then he lowers it when you get bulk. I think I got one other book. I'm trying to think, I got one other book. He owed me $5. That's funny because I didn't have change that day, so he just said credit it. But all said and done, guys, I paid $75 for these. Excuse me, $75, guys. Look at this. $32. You know what this is? Do you know? Check. Well, you're gonna see the comps, but you check this one out right here. This one right here is over $100. No lie. Probably like 30, like I said. Probably like 15, 20. This is hard to even see what it, because there's not many out there, and I haven't even looked up comps on that. But that's insane. And then you look at these. $1, $1, 15, and then $1. It's insane, guys. And then there's one other book I'd like to show you. This is Monsters on the Prowl #11. This was a gift by my friend Anthony. I told you I met him at the gym. He saw my Marvel tattoo. And when I went over his house and we looked at books and stuff, he knew that I just like adored covers like these. Loved them. Loved the art, all that. And he's like, I got something for you. So next time I saw him in the gym, he gifted this to me. So I still got the Legion of Monsters up there. And then he gifted me this. Pretty cool. This is Monsters on the Prowl #11. Came out June '71. Ralph Reese story. Cover from Journey into Mystery #62 with retouching by Marie Severin. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. And that is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books, guys. That is my 11 book last 2 weeks haul. I hope you enjoyed that. Pretty cool books. Pretty crazy deals. And that's what we hope for. We have fun with the hobby. We enjoy it. Watch other YouTubers. We help grow our channels. Again, I'm going to give another shout out. Check out Pocket Full of Comics. Great stuff. And if you're new to the channel, again, please consider subscribing, hit that notification. Remember, as always, respect the hunt, collect with purpose. Peace.